problems. But in San Francisco, the Board of Supervisors is trying to ban fast food restaurants from giving away toys if the food involved is high fat. Joining us now from Washington, Alicia Menendez, who works for the think tank NDN. She's in for Gretchen Carlson this evening. And here in New York, Margaret Hoover. So, Hoover, it's the same old story. The overreaching government trying to protect the kids against irresponsible parents, because as we all know, millions of parents don't care what their kids eat. And the school, you know, a lot of their cafeterias have all kinds of sugar stuff, and the kids go for that. And, you know, Pennsylvania's trying to restrict it.
I don't know. I hate to be a spoiler here, but what actually happened was the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review reported a story that the state of Pennsylvania was going to ban sweets in the classroom, and then they ended up retracting it.
Yeah, they retracted.
And it was that story that took Sarah Palin on this.
But let's...
And look, if you want to make a larger nanny state play, I think there's plenty of places to do that. I think your example in San Francisco is good. I think your example in New York is good. You're not your example, but Mayor Bloomberg has banned trans fats in every restaurant in New York City.
Do you support that,
So it's big government regulating private sector and individuals.
Right.
That I do not support.
Oh, you don't. So you say that the government should say, forget it. If you want to have a toy and give the kid a loaded up caloric thing, that's fine. And if you want to have trans fats, that's fine.
I believe in educating people and giving them information so they can make choices for themselves. But I believe in individualism, that people make the best choices for themselves.
But kids, they can't make choices like that.
Well, that's
I mean,
why,
if you're 7, you're going to eat Frosted Flakes all day long. I mean, that's what you're going to do.
You don't do a nanny state argument in the public schools, because you have public funding going to all sorts of kids, and kids need guidance. That's why I think Sarah Palin's argument broke down a little.
What about you, Alicia? Do you want the government to say to the public schools, no sweets, or restrict them, or whatever?
Well, I think when you're talking about public money, our taxpayer dollars going to give kids food, yeah, I want that food to be healthy and I want it to be nutritious. I think schools are also a good place to set a good example, to say, listen, if you want to bring in a cake for your kid's birthday, go nuts, bring in the cake, but we're going to suggest that you bring in something that's a little bit healthier. I don't really have a problem with that. I think that's fine. Now, this other example about San Francisco is, I agree, completely different in that I don't actually want corporations to be able to sell kids crap. And that's what this is. You take a meal that's loaded with sugar and fat and nonsense, and you market it to kids because it has a toy. That just doesn't seem very responsible.
Okay, so you want the government to tell restaurants like McDonald's and Wendy's that you can't sell crap or we'll put you in prison?
No, you can sell crap. It's just about the way in which you sell it.
So you want Alicia to tell them that you can sell the crap, but you can't give them a little toy soldier to encourage them to buy the crap.
Yeah, it's the same way with cigarettes, that we don't want, like, you know,
it's a different deal with cigarettes. Different deal with cigarettes.
How is it different?
Well, because cigarettes have been proven to cause lung cancer, all right? And there's a cause and effect. And also secondhand smoke, like this, that can give health problems to people, emphysema.
And sugar and fat.
Somebody eating a Big Mac next to me, I'm not going to get leprosy. All right, nothing bad's going to happen to me if they eat the little Whopper. So I disagree with you. Public school, I'm with you. Public school, I'm with you. If public money's going in, the government has a right to say, look, we don't want you to buy Cocoa Puffs with the public money. Buy some celery, you know, make it as palatable as you can. I'm okay with that. But telling restaurants, you know, defining what you can and can't, how you market it, I'm not okay with that. Am I right or wrong?
Because I do
wait, Alicia, let Margaret jump in.
Please.
I think you're exactly right. I totally disagree with Alicia that it should be okay. It should not be okay for corporations to sell sex.
I got it real fast. Sexting, there's a study that says, not sexting, texting. Kids that text, okay, all day long. And that's a lot of kids. They're more inclined to take drugs, drink, and have sex. Do you buy in this?
Look, anytime your kid is hyper doing anything, if they are hyper texting, if they are hyper networking, as they're calling it, they're hyper active, you got a problem. The texting isn't the problem. What's happening is you've got this generation of kids, they're millennials. They've grown up from 1980 and beyond. They have so much access to the internet. What they are doing is they're basically experiencing but they're experiencing life in a virtual reality.
No, we know that. We've gone over that. But I think they're exposed to more. If you're texting all the time, you can get in touch with bad people who can offer you stuff. I think that's what this is all about, Alicia. What do you think?
I don't. As one of these so-called millennials, that's 1983 to 2001, I think this really comes down to good parenting, whether it's that you're instant messaging or you're texting.
Yeah, it always does, but as we pointed out, there are
parent who's over your shoulder. But my point is the corollary isn't just between people who text and kids who drink and have sex. It's about kids who are supervised, and as Margaret said, are allowed to be hyper anything.
That's a good point,
that in some ways is
if you're
the
not
real
supervising
problem.
your kid and the kid's on the internet all day long or with the little machines and it's all the kid's doing, and you're not supervising it, then the kid's going to get into other stuff because you're just not supervising it. And that's the bottom line. Ladies, thanks very much. We appreciate it.